Okay, so another common chart is the pie chart. And a pie chart shows percent of total. So each wedge represents a proportion or a percent of the total. So when you're doing a pie chart, you wouldn't select everything. I mean, just kind of like we did there, we do insert pie. And you kind of get a pie. It guesses what you want. It doesn't really make any sense. So you want to be a little careful again when you're doing the pie chart to be careful what you select. And we could create two different pie charts for this. We could look at each month's contribution to the overall total. To do that, I would select the months, and then I would go down. I would hold down Control. After I select the months, hold down Control and select the total problems, okay? And then I could insert a pie chart that way, and that would be one chart. The other way I could do it was I could look at the people and then hold down Control and select their totals and insert. I'll do this one in 3D so that we can keep them straight, okay? Oops, and undo and move that one there. So there's two different pies. This one shows each person's contribution to the number of problems. This one shows the total each month's contribution. Okay, so let's change our titles here. We can do that. Contribution by month, and we can call this one contribution by team member. I think that works. Okay, now we've got our little legend down here that ties to the pie. We can eyeball it and guess, but there's more we can do with that, okay? And again, we've got it here with some of these. This one shows percent, so that's kind of nice. I like that. So that's one way to do that, is to change the formatting. The other way to do that is up here. When we click on the plus, we can choose data labels. Now when we choose data labels, we need to click on that little arrow and go to more options. And let's get it. Let's see. Nope, where did it go? Is it doing it that way? There we go. Label options. Sorry, clicked on the wrong one. Okay, now when I have my label options up, I can choose the category name, and that sticks the category right there with the label. And then instead of value, it's kind of nice sometimes to see the percent. Okay, so category name and percent. And then if I sell it outside end, it'll stick it right outside next to it. And that looks kind of nice. I don't need the legend if I have the category name beside it, so I can turn off the legend that way. And I've got, again, a nice way to see it. We can do the same thing for this one. Click on data labels and go to more options, get my label options here. Come on. I get my label options, and we'll do the same thing, category and percent. Maybe this time we'll leave them on the inside, and then we'll come here and turn off the legend. Oops, there we go. Okay, so you see a couple different ways of doing the pie chart. And you do want to identify the wedges, but you could turn the legend off if you add the labels to the pie. And these are other ones, again, we can keep them there, or if we wanted to, we could move that chart to its own sheet by putting it in a new sheet. We'll call it pie chart. Click OK, and now we have a nice big pie that we can mess around with. And don't forget the other formatting options. If you click on the format ribbon, again, you can change the wedge color if you wanted to. You could change this you would format on the home ribbon with the font, so we can make that font bigger, okay, and play around with it that way as well. So you have control over what the charts look like, and Excel makes it very, very easy to change and modify that. So don't be afraid to be creative, and if you don't like something you did, you've got the undo button.